This is the mobile lab from the Lost World Jurassic Park. It was used in a famous scene with Jeff Goldblum, Vince Vaughn, and Julianne Moore. Now, there's really supposed to be some dinosaurs in these cages. I'm not sure quite what's going on, folks, but I want to keep your eyes peeled. There might be some sort of dinosaur attack coming up. Well, it looks like we all just survived that dinosaur attack. That is definitely some good news for us. Although it looks like a few of us got covered in a little bit of dino slobber there, so I'm going to take us somewhere a little bit to dry off. You know, here in California, we're pretty close to Mexico, but here at Universal Studios, we're even closer to our old Mexico sets. So welcome, you guys. These are our old Mexico sets. As you can see, we've really terror-escaped the environment to feel like we've just transported ourselves to the middle of Mexico. This environment has been used for such films as Nacho Libre, starring Jack Black. It's also been used in Big Fat Liar, starring Paul Giamatti and Frankie Muniz. Now, they just had some big rains here just the other day, so that's why it looks just a little bit wet, but it's good. We have a little bit of a drought in our old Mexico area, so all the water we can get is definitely really worthwhile. But folks, it looks like we're getting a little bit more thunder and lightning, so I would recommend that everybody remain seated with your arms and legs inside the vehicle. Supervise those children. Hold on to your valuables, because it looks like we may be headed for a pretty serious storm. In fact, it looks like the rain is just starting to come down pretty heavy. Ever make sure you keep watching out on that left-hand side. Because there's been so much rain recently, I'm a little bit worried about a flash flood. You guys sense that? Look up on the top of that hill there. Now that was flash flood. It was used through the technique, what we had is we had a ton of different water tanks sitting on the top of that hill, and we filled them with millions of gallons of recycled water, and then when we need to, we release all that water at once and it comes rushing down the hill. It was recently used in this movie starring Paul Giamatti and Frankie Muniz.
You can't outrun the wolf, kid!
Yeah, we'll see about that.
I love it! Hang on, funny monster!
Now, we are just getting into some of our old Western sets, you guys. So these were used by such people as John Wayne, Jimmy Stewart, Clint Eastwood. A lot of the biggest stars of the day shot right here on our Universal Western sets. Quentin Tarantino was recently here with Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio as they shot right here in our 6 Points, Texas region. Originally, this was called 6 Points, Texas because there were 6 different streets running off like points of a star, and each one of them had its own sheriff's office, its own bank, its own general store. So during the silent movie days, we could shoot 6 separate productions here all at one time, and that's one of the things that allowed us to make 200 movies in our first year as a movie studio. Today, that number is a lot closer to 20, sometimes 25. So obviously, movie making has changed quite a lot over the years. Now, I do want to warn you guys, we're just about at the halfway point of our tour, so make sure you stay seated during the entire tour. The studio is private property, and if you drop your phone or you just can't wait to use the restroom, pull the red cord to get my attention. I would be back to assist you, but to remain seated on the tram. Now, up on our left-hand side, we're about to pass by the Hollywood Ocean here. It is actually home to our movie Showboat, in which our founder actually leveraged the whole studio. He put it all up through a mortgage in order to make that